Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hopefully, all of you are having yourselves a good day today. As it's Thursday night, September 3rd, 2020, and we're playing Star Trek Online, what we do every Thursday evening here on this pokey little Twitch channel. This morning, we got a high intensity workout in with fitness boxing. As we estimated calorie burn in the 800s, which was, it's a nice way to start the day. There are worse ways to start the day, such as getting a call from people who they already know what the answer is going to be, but still, I'll deal with that tomorrow. But anyway, we're continuing our journey of Daha Master Sora serving in the Klingon Empire. We are in the Iconian War. Trouble with Star Trek Online, I actually do need to put my regular glasses on for this.
The Empire requires your assistance with a covert mission deep in Iconian territory. It is dangerous, but if successful, it has a chance of turning the tide of the war in our favor. Report to the Denasia system. There you will meet a man named Ramir. He wants to explain the details of the operation to you personally.
He wants to explain it to me personally? Oh, okay.
Congratulations, General.
Basically, what happened there, we teared up. Da 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 da. As we close in on our destination, on the very edge of known space. Use your jab. Hey, Iceman, how's it going, sir? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Hopefully you had yourself a good day. As Thursday night's probably your busiest night of the week in terms of being a mod. You know, here Dante streams, Thumbs if he's streaming, and Dante should be streaming tonight. I think he'll be doing residential things with a pop mode Cherokee. as we get these missions and stuff locked in. I forget where. I think it may be on the Federation side. There was like a duty officer assignment where it says like scan for intelligent life, and the results would be failure. No intelligent life could be found. One of those things that made me chuckle. Alright. Check the inventory where we're at on. Kinda want to save that. Good, he can take that. Good thing I had a work day, but otherwise they announced a Taro mode for Division 2 today. 100 floors progress saved every 10 floors. Get progressively more difficult as you go up with boss encounters every 10 floors. So what? Walking up a skyscraper?
I apologize for leaving you without a farewell, but meaningless imprisonment and a show trial for the Republic is not on my agenda. The Iconians must be stopped, and despite what you believe about me, I intend to help you defeat them. I owe the Iconians for the months I spent locked in their prison. I owe them for the unspeakable things they did to my loyal subjects, and most of all, I owe them for what they did to my world. We Romulans were strong once, united, feared. The loss of the homeworld took all of that away, and while Taurus and Hakiv might have been the ones to light the fuse, the Iconians gave them the flame. Now, we squabble amongst ourselves, and the Republic begs for scraps from the tables of the Federation and the Klingons. Romulans are refugees now. We are farmers. We are meaningless, seen as little more than the alien trash of the Quadrant. No more. Everything I have ever done has been for my people. And I will be avenged.
Well, Sela got her priorities in order.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons.
Yeah, his friends failed, but yeah. House Peg.
Ready for transport.
Let's beam on over. Transport ready. The pawns will stand by until you're ready to return.
Qapla', and welcome aboard the IKS Hague. My name is Ramir, and this is my ship.
You asked for me personally?
You are a hero of the Empire, and Klingon intelligence is well aware of your abilities. I was given the authority to pick who would
Contradiction in
assist us on
terms,
this
isn't
mission,
it?
and your name was at the top of the list.
But you don't have much of a reputation.
If you do not know about my team or our missions, then I have been successful. There are many battles fought in shadow. Now, if you don't have any further questions, follow me to the briefing room. I will give you more details about our mission there.
I'd like to hear more about House Peg.
House Peg is the code name for a discreet group that serves the Empire. My team are all warriors, but you will not find us screaming battle hymns or leading the charge against an army. Guile and secrecy are our weapons of choice.
Guile? What about Chun-Li?
There is honor to be found, even in dishonesty. If an enemy force can be felled by words or the simple removal of one troublesome individual, the entire Klingon Empire is strengthened by the acts of a few brave men and women. My warriors do not use poison, and we look our targets in the eye before they die. But there is no need to shout when a whisper carries more meaning.
Ryu on the way, but yeah, these are basically the Klingon equivalent of Solarians. It's a very enlightened outlook.
The past few years have brought about many changes in our ways, and a warrior who only uses one weapon would be a poor warrior indeed. As the mighty Kahless once said, a well-aimed blade can sometimes achieve more than a fully armed armada. Now let us begin the briefing.
Alright, lead the way. You know what? I'll just go ahead of you, because I know my way. Up the ramp.
Data recovered from the station in the Calbrian
Data?
system
What about lore?
has pinpointed the location of a second base in the Denasia system, containing several of the Iconian's Omega generators. I understand you had a hand in recovering this information.
That's classified.
Of course. Nevertheless, we have the coordinates of the Iconian base. Our plan is to sneak in and sabotage the Omega generators. Taking them out will cripple the Iconians' ability to refine the Omega molecules that fuel their gateway networks.
How are we supposed to sneak into this system?
Infiltration is our specialty, and we have technology not available to other ships of the fleet. Our cloaking device can extend to protect your ship as well. That should be sufficient to protect us.
Sounds risky. What if the Iconians find us?
Then we fight. I expect we will have to fight our way out anyway, after we detonate the Omega generators. I hope your crew is up to the challenge.
What's the risk of nullifying warp travel for light years around the Denia system?
Our scientists put the risk of a catastrophic reaction at less than 7%. That is an acceptable risk.
Any chance of an Omega detonation is too great of a chance.
This is our mission. You, of course, have the authority to change our mission parameters.
I'd like to speak to your technical expert and come up with a better solution.
Belair is right over there. She will also be a part of the away team to help extract any Iconian intelligence we find in the facility. Be careful. Her mate Travana is very protective.
Understood. Belair.
What do you want?
Ramirez suggested that I speak to Belair.
Why?
Our mission parameters.
Don't worry, Travana. It's fine.
Ramirez tells me there is a chance of causing an Omega chain reaction when we blow the generators.
Yes, but the chances are slight. If the charges are properly placed and calibrated, it should not be a problem.
We need a Turian for calibrations. There must be a better way.
Well, the risk comes from non-stabilized Omega particles. They are very unstable. If a chain reaction starts, we will not be able to stop it. If that happens, we'll lose our ship, yours, and anything within a few thousand kilocrams at the least. But if that happens, the heralds in the system will be destroyed too. That's something.
We have the technology to stabilize Omega particles, but it will take more time.
Right. If we were to stabilize the particles into one or more Omega molecules, the chance of a detonation would be greatly reduced. I will need to run some numbers. We will have to give ourselves more time in the facility, and there is a greater risk of discovery, but it might be the better option.
I agree. Make your calculations, I'll update the mission parameters.
I disagree. Taking the time to stabilize the molecules puts the team in danger.
Afraid of little danger, Travana?
You insult my honor.
Yes, I do.
It is my duty to protect this team. I will not sacrifice Belaire's, our lives, for needless precautions.
I'm changing the mission, and it's a necessary change. I won't be responsible for the loss of warp travel in this region.
So be it, Batak.
I heard that. Return to the transporter room. I envy you going against the Iconians. Sto-vo-kor lies in your future. We warp out.
We are beyond the Herald sensor range, but we should not approach any closer without the protection of a cloaking device.
Agreed.
Once we get close to the planet, we will not be able to risk a wide scan. So we will need to perform a series of pinpoint triangulation scans in order to locate the facility housing the Omega generators. At least we can remain cloaked while we do so.
That's fortunate.
Once we have the location of the facility, my team will meet yours on the surface.
And when we're finished?
Then arm your weapons and prepare for battle. Our cloaks will do us no good after the Heralds discover our sabotage.
Affirmative. There's something on the surface of Denesia Prime. Sir, our scanners can only tell that it is Iconian in nature. We need to coordinate with Mir to cut through some of the interference. Hell, Ramir.
In order to expedite the triangulation process, my ship will move away from yours and perform our own scan, once we have reached a distance of 4 kilocams.
4 kilocams is 8 kilometers, correct? I'll move the ponds that far from your ship.
Position confirmed. Beginning scans. Sensor interference is preventing us from getting a good reading. Move to 16 kilometers. 16 kilometers confirmed. Beginning sensor sweep.
Belaire here. I have coordinates for the facility, but I cannot
Wonder
do
if
a
she's
deep
the Fresh
scan
Princess
without
of
revealing our
Belaire.
presence. We will be beaming in blind.
I'll prepare my away team and meet you on the surface. Ramir's team will have shared their data with us, and we have transport coordinates. The away team will meet you in the transporter room when you are ready. Now let's go. Let's beam on down. Let's go on an adventure.
This facility was very well concealed and shielded. Even now, our scans are so limited, we cannot get an accurate readout of the layout.
The Omega generators put out a large amount of interference. Ambient radiation levels are elevated.
True, but our tricorders will be of assistance while navigating.
We should set out.
Now that we are on site, there is something you need to know.
Withholding information from a Dahar Master, Ramir?
Only because I had orders which would supersede yours. I am not the leader of House Peg. Now that we have secured the landing area, it is safe for him to join us.
If you're not leading the mission, then who is? Tell me, who is leading this mission? Who?
Ramir to Heg. We are ready for him.
Oh, it's the Emperor.
Qapla', you and your team have done well so far.
Kahless.
Let us vanquish our foes. I am more than a figurehead. A man cannot lead an empire of warriors without being a warrior himself. I carry the Sword of Kahless, a weapon of fables, forged by Kahless the Unforgettable in the fires of the Kristok volcano, and cooled in the icy waters of the Lake of Lusor. This blade slew Molor, it conquered the Fakiri, and created a mighty empire. Now I will wield it against the infernal servants of the demons of air and darkness.
Do you think we'll need the sword here?
There is always a need for the Sword of Kahless. It is a symbol of eternal victory. No one who uses it can be defeated.
Uh-huh.
We're right behind you.
Well, that hurts. And so did that. It definitely hurt a lot. I'm back, baby.
Sensors are picking up a different Omega generator. My team will handle this one.
We move down the hallway. Get him back up. And down he goes. Stabilize the particles. Plant the explosive.
Our charges are set. We will meet with you in the hallway ahead.
We will move forward. Carefully. Stealthily. Right into trouble. Yeah, that's right, we sent the dog out to deal with it. Huh, more trouble. Hit him hard and fast.
We got some information from the Iconian network. How did you do?
We found a terminal, but we can't read the data.
Fortunately, I come prepared. My tricorder is loaded with the best decryption subroutines available in the Empire. Wrote a couple of them myself.
Here, see what you can do.
This is interesting. There are battle plans here for the Delta Quadrant. The Iconians were advising the Vaadwaur for months before the conflict started there. In fact, the Iconians insisted that the Vaadwaur start their attack in the Krenim Imperium, although they didn't say why. I also see data on where the Omega energy is being distributed. This is good. If we use this, we can attack the subspace stations where... Oh no!
What is it?
Ket, one of the Iconians! It is here!
Taket's present doesn't change what we're here to do. We've finished the job.
Yes, sir. We need to find the last generator.
Let's go. Follow me. Dun, 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 dun. The wonderful thing about the Iconians is that they definitely telegraph what the heck they're doing. Huh. Took them both out.
Use that panel to access a visualization node and locate the last Omega generator.
What about an Alpha generator? Aye, Lord on. Alpha 5.
Zoom in on that.
Quick, zoom out.
It's Taket.
Kalis, you got something to say?
An Iconian. My blood sings for this battle. It will be glorious.
Let me fight this battle.
Your bravery is commendable, but the Empire still has need of your talents. You command a mighty warship and have many battles left to fight. My path takes me to this Iconian.
I will respect your choice.
Kalis, my Emperor, you are the strongest of Klingons. You wield the sword of Kalis. But there is no one who can face an Iconian in single combat.
Listen to Ramir.
The war does not go well for us. You all know what we face. Our people need a symbol to inspire them. That is what I was created to be. This battle will be one of legend, Every soldier of the Empire will have this tale on their lips.
Do they need a martyr to inspire them?
This is not my day to die. It is my day to kill an Iconian.
Travanna, Valere, do you want to weigh in on this?
Who am I to argue with the Emperor?
Valere?
Firing a disruptor at an Iconian is like attacking a starship with a stick. The Sword of Kahless is a remarkable weapon. It might be the only thing that could work.
Kahless, what's your plan?
We part ways here. Complete your mission. I will descend to the lower level and challenge the Iconian.
Fight well and die well.
We create a legend this day. Remember it.
We will assist you in any way we can.
If anyone can kill an Iconian, it is Kahless.
Yeah.
Mikoka.
Somehow I don't think so. Thank you, Iceman. Have a good one, sir.
Stapareto Maraeko Rika 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 Nasopakare Hiroha Rika Rika Rika.
Alright, heck of a... Okay. We walk right into trouble. Not away from it, right into it.
Cat, I have come for you. Face me, creature. I challenge you to honorable combat. Come forth. I am Kahless, the Unforgettable.
I talk without moving my lips.
Destroyer of Molor, defender of Kamchi, and emperor of the Klingons. In my hands is the sword of Kahless, first of its kind. Will you not face me, Tiket? What could a being such as yourself have to fear from one man?
Lots of things. Thus, Kahless regrets his decisions.
We are in.
Funny, I don't have that type of weapon. Oh crap. On your feet, dude.
Tiket's too strong. Nothing Kahless can do is hurting it. We have to weaken the Iconian, and I think I know how. Omega molecules gather energy like sponges in water. That's why a small amount of Omega can generate such a vast amount of power. Quick, find a console and activate the reactor. If we hit the Iconian...
Need to do a refresh there. Need to make sure we get Dante's stream up. There we go. Run over here.
Ha! Glorious battle!
Helps if I... There we go.
The honorable warrior will always prevail, demon.
Graphical glitch here.
You are no god to catch it.
The cat is supposed to be laying down.
Now, to finish this.
I have a feeling that something was supposed to be there, but things are wrong. Went wrong. This entire cutscene is foobar.
Emir to Hague. Emergency transport now. We've lost Kalis, and we were unable to stop the production of Omega molecules. The Iconian War will continue, and much blood will be shed.
The mission wasn't a complete loss.
True. The data recovered by your team in Belair will be invaluable to the Alliance. The only thing to do is make sure it reaches them. To do that, we must escape this system.
Agreed. The Alliance needs this.
You're right. We can't risk this intel not making it back to the homeworld. I've pinpointed an excellent transmission spot near here, where we can send out an encrypted microburst of data. If we don't make it out of here, at least the information can be of use to those who still fight. The Emperor's sacrifice cannot be in vain.
The Iconians will try and stop us. Let's go.
Target's shield has failed. Left shield's failing.
Bring us around.
Right shield's failing. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shield has failed. Rear shields failing.
Bring those shields back up.
Hull integrity below 50%. Target's shield has failed.
All right.
We're at the optimal transmission location.
Transmit the data and the lore.
Iconian
Bring this around.
Target's shield has failed. Hull integrity below 50%. Hull integrity.
Wow, did they just ram me?
Target's shield has failed.
Resume the transmission.
More gateways. Something big is coming through.
Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 50%. Target's shield has failed. Left shield failing.
Come on.
Target's shield has failed.
And down it goes. Data has been sent and we are clear of the Iconian patrols. We can leave the system on your orders. Get us the hell out of here. Not bad. Couple of mishaps. It's alright.
I will mourn for Kalis, but celebrate his life. He was a clone, but he found honor in this life. Now I trust he will find Sto-vo-kor to his liking. But before he fell, he showed us the Iconians are mortal. His sacrifice will lead our way to victory. Qapla'! Hail Kalis, Emperor and Conqueror!
And corpse. I mean, he had the enemy right where in a vulnerable spot. They just pointing that out, man.
Congratulations, General.
We have a lead on the Krenim. Voyager went to Krenim space looking for them a few months ago, but didn't find much more than a Vaadwaur and some anomalous sensor readings. But now, we found a Ferengi selling what he claims are Krenim artifacts. You are authorized to negotiate with the Ferengi and obtain these artifacts. Follow the trail where it leads. We need a weapon against the Iconians. And the Vaadwaur have gone to a great deal of trouble to keep whatever secrets the Krenim have out of our hands.
Head to Drozana Station. And as we're heading in, let's pay a visit to the effin' Dante Savage.
shoot that guy, dude. I guess I'm doing... Oh, there's guys everywhere. I don't think... Oh, son of a biscuit. What's up, Fred?
Hi, Dante.
Rum to a floor!
Rum improves aiming.
I'm trying so hard not to let Pop down. Fred! How you doing, brother? Pop. I'm a hurt unit, man. Oh, Fred. I blame that on Fred.
I'm doing
What's
well.
up, brother? What is up? Rum steadies my hand. It's true. You know me so well. Hey, you too, Fred. Hope you have a great night, brother. Doing Star Trek things.
And again, a nice little visit over to the effing Dante Savage. I mean, sometimes you just gotta mess with your friends, you know? See, Dante starts his stream at 10 p.m. Eastern. And so this is kind of why I prefer the 7 p.m. slot, because I'll go like maybe 7 to like 11. And then switch over to Ray Dante stream and catch the rest of his stream. But because of later starts that I've been having to do, we kind of that overlap. So just to make sure I mess with him a little bit. Just a bit. As usual, we get nothing out of this. But we turn these positives around to get things for upgrades. Oh, well, where's that one console? Because this... Okay, 47.5. Again, we have that because chances are next time we swap ships around. Alright, as we head down to Drozana Station, Drozana Station is actually one of the social areas, one of the couple that Federation and Klingons can actually hang out at.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Yeah, it's this. Yep, we're running into Ferengi. Who do the Ferengi? It's like do the Picard. Tuck the shirt down front, tuck it in the back. Before we do here,
can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
watch your tone, Ferengi.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
We're gonna play a little Dabo. There are some different things here. What does he want from these? Oh. There's something wrong with the lighting controls. You know how it is, old station, old wiring. This place still runs on a Duotronic core from the 23rd century. But I haven't seen anything odd. Maybe it's the comet cocktails. You should be careful with those. But tech, they're not synthahol. I believe da. Do. Yep. Great thing about Rosanna, it has a tailor shop, so a slight adjustment. Head on down. Sir, business facilitator Gwen has rented space at the station for his private sales meetings. We're unsure what the object he is selling is yet, but the rumors are that it is a technological device of some sort. The price Gwen is asking for is significant. You could buy a moon for this much land. Command has been in contact with someone they think can provide some assistance. Until they arrive, though, our orders are to go ahead and make an attempt to obtain the device.
May I help you? Oh. Wait, you must be...
Yes, I am.
Sorry, but the business facilitator is busy at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
We had an appointment.
Yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about this. He's in the middle of a delicate negotiation to triple his profits on the sale of a rare Delta Quadrant artifact, and cannot be disturbed.
Doesn't Will want to hear an offer from the combined financial resources of Starfleet, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic?
Maybe. Let's see. It was something. Krenim, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage right now. Artifacts from cultures the Vatwar wiped out are particularly valuable. Quen's made quite a bit of latinum bringing them back through the gateways. Now, that profit-sharing plan he promised me hasn't materialized, but is it my place to complain?
Yes, it is. But if you don't let us pass, we're going to tear that down the door.
Look, Quen hired me to answer the comms and chat up the customers, not to be security. Go right in. Just try not to break anything. Quen will find some way to blame the damages on me.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Not so fast. The gentleman with the rather imposing associates over there has just made a very competitive offer for the device. Care to make a counterbid?
I'll make it worth your time to deal exclusively with me.
You said there weren't any other buyers, Quen. And now what do I see? Klingon warriors here to cause trouble and drool on things. Guards, get these riffraff out of here, so I can conclude my deal in peace.
Technically, there's only one Klingon on this away team, and that's 3 of 9, who's also part Borg, but okay. I'm not leaving without the device.
Personal shield losing power.
It's a shootout. Action, adventure, drama.
Fine. I'll add what I was going to pay those guards to my offer.
Hold it! I am Nog, son of Grand Nagus Rom. And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me, or I ask my father to have a word with the liquidators about your poor business practices.
Well, I'm sure we could come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the staff. Get out! Not you, Quinn.
Here's my best offer. How about we agree on a price, and you get your Delta Quadrant doodad, and I leave. Everyone's happy.
Not so fast, Quinn.
No? Fine. How about I answer your questions and maybe then I get to leave? But let's get on with it.
Maybe.
Every minute I stand here, I'm losing a strip of latinum. Time is a very valuable commodity.
What do you know about the relic?
The device is Krenim in origin. Specifically, it's from the Krenim Imperium. Constructed sometime in the mid-22nd century, if I had to take a guess. Strange piece of technology. I haven't seen anything else like it. Highly advanced, and it has hallmarks of Krenim work, but it's, odd. Definitely odd.
What happened to the Krenim?
The Vaadwaur, that's what. At one point, the Krenim Imperium held more than 200 star systems in the Delta Quadrant. They lost some of that territory in the Capital Wars, but overall they were doing well. Not the biggest business in the quadrant, but not the smallest either.
It was just
when
right.
the Vaadwaur started their war, Gaul took a special interest in the Krenim. Bombed them back to the Stone Age, and then some. As far as anyone knows, the Krenim are basically extinct these days.
Where did you get the device?
I picked it up from a Talaxian who wanted to trade for supplies. He told me he got it from the Kayana system. That was it. There used to be a Krenim colony there, but it's gone now, just like the rest of their empire.
Gone? The Vaadwaur destroyed them?
The Talaxian wasn't very clear on that. He just said, gone. If I'd asked any more questions, he might have increased his price.
Anything else?
As a show of good faith to the son of the Nagus, I'm willing to tell you for free. But don't let this get around. It would ruin my reputation as a businessman.
Too late.
The device emits some unusual energy readings. The shielding may have malfunctioned, or maybe it's not fully operational anymore. I'm not sure. But that's why I'm selling it as an antique. As is, and no refunds.
What kind of unusual readings?
Do I look like a member of the Vulcan Science Academy to you?
Yes, you do.
I don't know. It's yours now. You paid for it. You figure it out. I hope it doesn't blow up your ship.
Liar.
Now, may I go so we can put all this unpleasantness behind us? I want to drown my sorrows in a comet cocktail and think about all the profit I didn't earn today.
Go and stay out of trouble.
Don't let the staff of office and these good looks fool you. I'm here as a Starfleet officer, and I don't normally flaunt my family connections. But in this case, it seemed like the best way to solve the problem. So I borrowed my dad's second best staff.
Thanks for the assist. It didn't look like old Glow was going to let us purchase the Krenim artifact while he was still in the room.
Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vaadwaur purges. For now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can from this device.
Agreed. Now, what should we do about the force field?
Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system. It's hardly worth the latinum he paid for it. If we overload the EPS conduits, we'll create a cascade failure in the system that the control protocols won't be able to handle. That should drop the force field.
You're the son of the Grand Nagus?
It's true. My father is Grand Nagus Rom. I don't normally have much to do with his business dealings, but in this instance, a little show seemed to be the best way to solve our problem.
How'd you end up in Starfleet?
I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my uncle Quark. That was back before my dad became the Nagus. He was just a maintenance tech. Like my father, I preferred engineering to business. Captain Sisko helped me get into the academy, the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. Then my Grand Mogi started seeing Grand Nagus Zek, and there were a lot of changes on Ferenginar. When Zek decided to retire, he thought my dad would be the right person to see them through.
I see.
Interesting. I know Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very...
I'm not familiar with your background. Mind giving me the short version?
I don't mind telling you a bit about myself at all. I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my uncle Quark. That was back before my dad became the Nagus. He was just a maintenance tech. Like my father, I preferred engineering to business. And Captain Sisko helped me get into the Academy, the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. I fought in the Dominion War, which is an experience I never want to repeat. And I spent some time on exploration ships. Then it was back to DS9 for a while, off to Utopia Planitia to work with the SCE, and finally taking command of the Chimera. Now I get to see the technology I helped develop at work in the field.
Alright, overload the EPS conduits. Got it.
Quinn left. I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there.
Blow it up!
Now that the power flow is disrupted, we can override the administrative access requirement.
Right, I'll override the controls next.
The controls are, yes, over here by the artifact. Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this. The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. Think I'm getting something. This is definitely Krenim in origin. And Quinn was right on the age. I'm also seeing some repeating elements in the base code, almost like a signature. And that strange energy Quinn was talking about is actually chronotons. A lot of chronotons. And chronotons mean temporal manipulation. This little box just got a lot more interesting.
I hate temporal mechanics.
I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and have a look while we're on the way to the Kiana system. From what I understand, Voyager sent an away team to the Kiana system a few weeks ago, but they encountered some resistance and were forced to pull back before they can find what they were looking for.
Tuvok was forced to pull out? Okay.
Maybe we'll be able to find what remains of the Krenim, if there's anything left to find.
Understood. See you in the Delta Quadrant.
I've explored many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenim artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts. I've had a chance to look at the Krenim device, although I'm not sure how to activate it yet. It's definitely designed for temporal manipulation, although I don't think it would enable someone to travel through time. It's almost like a step sideways, if that makes any sense at all. I'll keep working on it and let you know if I learn anything more.
Perhaps we can find something here that can explain it.
Voyager's preliminary scans of the system turned up a number of anomalies, but nothing conclusive. According to Krenim records, though, there's supposed to be an M-class planet in this system. We're not reading anything like that on the sensors.
Oops, sorry. Maybe the planet is the source of the asteroids. We're also picking up some wreckage.
Could be. Let's check that wreckage out first. It might give us a better idea of what happened out here. And we should be on the lookout for Vodwar. Preliminary scans indicate they've been actively patrolling through this system.
Agreed. Set a course for the wreckage around the asteroid.
Keep an eye out for Vodwar. They're still patrolling this area. If I had to place a bet, I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found. Heads up! Vodwar on an intercept course.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Do.
The wreckage appears to be Krenim. The weapon signatures are definitely Vodwar. According to Voyager, the Krenim were a fairly small society. There had to be a reason the Vaadwaur went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships in range. There are more Vaadwaur on an intercept course, but we may be able to avoid them. I suggest we use the mineral content of the asteroids I've marked to conceal our energy signatures. Vaadwaur centers aren't as good as ours. Most of their technological advantage appears to be directed toward making better weapons. So it should work, as long as we don't attract their attention before we get out of their path.
Good idea. Let's use the cover of the asteroids. I don't know why every time I do this mission I seem to doze off a little.
Heralds! They must be looking for that Vaadwaur patrol. I don't think those heralds detected us. Let's hope they don't come back this way.
That is no moon.
Herald's inbound. The Vaadwaur must have gotten a signal out. So much for our investigation.
Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, that was a thing?
There was something about the Krenim that was such a threat to the Vaadwaur and the Iconians that they're still patrolling the old Krenim systems. If we can find more Krenim technology, or maybe unlock what we have, we might be able to find out what is so important. That could be something the Alliance can use against the Iconians. I recommend that the Chimera and your ship patrol the outer system while we take an away team to the surface. I'll bring the device and keep trying to learn more about it.
Agree, my team will meet you there. But beam on down.
This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally without some sort of temporal manipulation going on, but there's nothing here. I'm starting to come up with a theory, but I need some more data. I recommend we take some additional scans.
Agree, there's something here, we just need to find it.
Exactly, but we need to be quick. Those patrols we encountered in orbit will be missed soon. I'm going to order the Chimera to try to avoid contact, but warn us if more ships arrive.
Agreed. Pick the areas for the scans and let's get going.
These tall spires are charged with temporal energy. Curious. It's almost like it's in a state of temporal flux. I need to get some scans. There's something going on. There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural. I'm reading another anomaly ahead.
Do-do-do-do.
These
The only
anomalies
other
have
place
a
I've
shape,
seen sensor
like
readings
a
like
warp
this was
field,
in the
but not
wormhole.
quite the same.
Captain, Heralds have landed and are approaching your position. Fall back. We'll deal with the Heralds already here.
There, behind those rocks.
What rocks? Oh, these rocks.
Hurry, they'll be here any moment. This area looks defensible. Get ready. I have an idea. We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost got it. Keep them busy. If I can get it working, I should be able to conceal us.
Work quickly. Switching to the crossbow.
Here they come!
Couple roundhouses.
More reinforcements inbound.
Nog, you're of no help. You know that, right?
I'm working as quickly as I can.
Work faster. Positive annihilation. Whoa.
Watch out! There's more of them! I need more time to align these frequencies!
Nog better hurry it up outright.
Almost there. Just one more connection and that should...
Should what? Nog? Hurry! We have to move up to that ridge. Take it to the ridge. Ambush!
Flanking damage detected.
Right. We're just gonna cut across. Shorty cut across. What Miss Lucy said. Cut across, shorty cut across. There, we can use those rocks for protection. So as we plan our next move.
Shield losing power.
Captain Nog?
If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to buy us some time.
Lame.
It's taken me some time to convince the Krenim to help us, but they finally agreed. Remember how I said the device could remove someone from the time stream? It did. That's where we are now, in the temporal bubbles. And how we perceive time in here is a little different than outside. That's why the Heralds can't see us. We're out of their timelines. Out of all timelines, in fact. While we're here, it's almost like we don't exist.
Not existing is an improvement?
No one's shooting at us.
Point
I
taken.
think that's a good thing. The Krenim they're a little touchy. Almost being driven to extinction by the Vaadwaur has made them suspicious. But they're willing to talk to us if we help them stabilize the temporal energy. I suggest we help. I wouldn't want to be in here if the fields collapse.
Let's talk to the Krenim.
I've had some time to observe you and Captain Nog, and your actions make it clear that you are no friend of the Vaadwaur or the Heralds.
Nope, we're not.
This does not, however, assure me that you will be allies to my people. The Krenim have lost much. Our empire is gone, and our people have been killed or scattered. We are what remains, and I will do whatever I must to protect this system, even if it means leaving you to face the Heralds alone.
What can we do to prove ourselves?
You have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged by the attack, but there is more yet to do. Should our temporal equipment fail, this location will be instantly overrun by Heralds. If that happens, none of us will survive.
How can we assist you?
More of our emitters must be realigned, and there are other pieces of equipment my people are already working to repair. Assist my team, and then we will talk again.
Understood. So let's do the one that's furthest away. Take care of the one that's on the far outer skirts.
Hold this. No, hold it right next to the bracket, or the spanner won't... There. Got it, thanks. Something is putting too much stress on these components. I'm not sure what it is, but we don't have enough spare parts to keep rebuilding this transceiver. Grab a tricorder and run a level 3 diagnostic. Maybe there are some microfractures. If we can find and repair those, this should hold out until I can fabricate a new unit.
Can I ask you about this technology? Why are you having so many problems with it?
Anorax's original designs are for a temporal field that's big enough for a ship, sizable but finite. We've adapted the tech to cover much larger areas.
Yeah,
but that makes
okay.
the field more unstable, and we had to get everything operational before the Vaadwaur found us. So we cut some corners. A lot of corners. We're making updates and repairs as fast as we can, but we can't afford a failure. This tech is the only thing keeping us alive.
I understand. Now, what did you need help with?
Hold this.
Sure. Something's putting too much pressure on these components. There may be microfactors. If those are repaired, it should hold out until a new unit can be fabricated. Transceiver, alright.
That should do it.
Yep. Logical steps are logical. Tomorrow night, we return to the ring with WWE 2K20, the story mode, the adventures of the Saint and Mr. Macho.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the temporal flow. If we had a contained space like the technology was originally designed for, this wouldn't be a problem. But we keep pushing the boundaries of what these flow modulators will do. I'm rerouting the power to take stress off the damaged couplings. But first, we need to get this capacitor aligned and ready for the transfer.
Well, who invented this technology?
The temporal technology was developed by a scientist named Anorax.
A complete
He's
lunatic.
still a mystery, even to us. We know he was a ship commander in the Imperium fleet and a genius in temporal mechanics, and that he started work on his inventions in the late 22nd century after our war with the Rilnar. Perhaps he saw temporal manipulation as a way to change our fortunes. We know he was working towards weaponizing his designs, and I can tell from what little I've seen that it is possible. But full access to his data is restricted, so I don't know the full capabilities of his work.
He sounds like a brilliant, troubled man. Now, what did you need help with?
Fight
Right.
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
What's it starting to look like? Not like Christmas everywhere I go.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the timeline. If they fail completely, we could end up lost in time. Grab a hyperspanner. We need to get this fixed before the drift coefficient moves out of the safe zone.
Can I ask you something? For an Imperium, the Krenim doesn't seem to have a lot of resources.
The Imperium was at its peak in the mid-22nd century. At that time, it controlled more than 900 planets, and our territory spread across more than 5,000 parsecs. Then came the Rilnar, and the Zal, and the Garanor, the Mawasi, and the Nahydron. Our wars chipped away at us, carving one planet after another away from the Imperium. There were only 27 planets left when the Vaadwaur came. Now, Almost everyone on those worlds is gone too.
Alright, now what did you need help with?
The temporal compensators are
Alright, I'll do what I can to help. Temporal compensators out of alignment may cause the temporal synchronization matrix to destabilize. Whoops.
Good. I'll put the next location on your tricorder.
Yep, that's all done. Nearly blew it up. Hey Gus, how you doing, sir? This is Star Trek Online. It's an MMORPG. It is free to play. Developed through Cryptic Studios. Published currently by Perfect World, as in the Perfect World. They come up with Perfect World and a lot of those other similar RPGs, MMOs of that nature. So.
You've shown you're willing to help. Now perhaps we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
How can we come to a beneficial arrangement?
We have Anarax's plans, but not the... Interesting. The Heralds are opening a gateway.
How are you doing, Gus?
The repairs should be enough.
I beg mercy, Great One. It appears they used a cloaking device and escaped.
You are forgiven. Make preparations to depart.
As you command.
You just about you just have lunch? Nice. What's on today's menu?
An interesting development.
These sentients have proven to be resourceful. Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet.
Their struggles are meaningless.
And yet they injured even you, Ticket. I advise caution. They are more dangerous than they appear.
We shall hinder worlds asunder. Still in its blood until it fills the oceans. It is time to strike.
I understand you want vengeance, but we must not act in haste.
We will continue with our plan. The whole must be as one.
Fried rice? Oh, nice. I like fried rice. Put that with a little bit of chicken or shrimp. Pork.
We were divided, diminished, weak. The other saved us from oblivion, but it took centuries to rebuild our bonds. We cannot risk more loss. The whole must be as one. The campaign will continue as planned.
Oh.
They couldn't see us? There were Iconians right in front of us and nothing. They had no idea we were here. We were completely safe.
You eat dinner? Yeah, I did. I had me some macaroni, and some chicken. You're right. This could be what we need. Oh, it's very good.
The only protection left to my people is our ability to manipulate time. But it is something we must do with great care. Even the most innocuous of changes can ripple through reality in unexpected ways.
We didn't know the Krenim could do anything like this.
My people and I have made Anarax's theories of temporal manipulation our lives' work. In at least one temporal variant, his ship made the Krenim Imperium the undisputed masters of this region of space. If only we could recreate that vessel.
What vessel?
Anarax designed a ship, a wondrous vessel that could manipulate the time streams and erase elements in an attempt to bring about a desired result. Our records show that he even attempted to use this vessel to restore the Krenim's fortunes, but he was defeated by an unknown alliance. Afterward, the Krenim Imperium declined, as perhaps was its fate all along. We were diminished, but content to let time progress as it would. Until the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur destroyed all the Krenim colonies in the area.
The first Krenim worlds to fall managed to warn the others. When the Vaadwaur came, we hid ourselves in the time stream. It was the only way we survived. Before the Vaadwaur arrived, we were working on a relic. It was a replica of Anarax's time ship. With it, we could have gone back and eliminated the Vaadwaur threat before it even began.
Why haven't you done so already?
The Vaadwaur's assault on the Imperium took too much from us. Now we possess Anarax's work, but not the means to bring it to life. You have seen what our technology can do. We have the designs. You have the manpower and the materials. Perhaps your governments would be interested in mutual cooperation. Allow us a chance to undo what the Vaadwaur did, and we will give you something that will erase your enemies from time itself.
A generous offer, but it is one we need to consider carefully. Do you want to risk all you have left on a chance of success?
There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
You hid an entire planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
He already explained that.
Plans. Our resources are almost gone.
We have shipyards, workers, and all the materials you could need.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
We need to take this back to the Alliance.
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone. It's safe to resync with our time and contact our ships. But this is huge.
Huge.
A whole Krenim colony that survived the Vaadwaur? One that has temporal technology that even the Iconians can't counter? A weaponized time ship that can erase entire civilizations like they never existed? This could change the entire war. We could have a chance now.
Ponce, we're ready to beam up. Sir, is that what happened? We've been scanning for you, but you just disappeared. We've been hiding in the debris to stay away from the Herald ships, and then, sir, you're not going to believe this. There is a planet here now, an entire planet. Did you find something down there? Something that could conceal an entire planet? Looking forward to hearing what happened, Captain, but we're glad you're back. We found a Krenim. I'll explain as soon as we're back on board. As another successful mission.
Temporal mechanics is not a complex.
Temporal mechanics are a pain in the ass.
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon they are proposing sounds intriguing. You and Captain Nog were correct in thinking the Alliance would be interested in investigating such a thing. Personally, I approve of anything the Iconians might fear. Qapla'!
Alright.
Please report to the Kiana system. Our partnership with the Krenim is starting to bear fruit, but the project may take more time to complete than we have left. We must consider any plan that ensures our survival.
Oops, let's queue up this mission. Alrighty. Alright folks, before we begin the next mission, I'm going to take me a quick break, restroom break. I shall return. And oh, okay. For a second there, I thought the mic didn't activate the mic. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Long no time. Oh, there it goes. Broken Circle.
You are cleared for docking.
Captain Kargren has sent his aide, Lieutenant Tulek, to give you a brief tour of the Krenim research facility. So far, the Alliance venture with the Krenim has been very productive. Together, our teams are making progress towards completing NRX's designs for a ship capable of temporal incursions. The Lieutenant is waiting to greet you.
Greetings. On behalf of Captain Cogran and Alliance Command,
You sound like
I am
Admiral
pleased to
Quinn.
welcome you to our research station. The captain is completing his preparations. In the meantime, I will give you a tour of the facility where we are building a weapon that will end the Iconian threat once and for all.
Lead the way. Oh, he's going this way? I wanted to go the other way, but alright.
And here, we have the development area.
7 is quite
Know about
developed.
the Krenim, 7 of 9.
The Borg have extensive records on the Krenim. They were a species of great interest to the Collective.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying us like a bug in a petri dish.
I do.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying anyone.
And what about the Iconians?
The Collective spent a great deal of resources pursuing Iconian technology. They believed the species to be extinct. They were incorrect.
So much for the Borg knowing everything.
The Iconians' technology is far beyond even the capabilities of the Borg.
Fine. But what about shielding the ship that's using the weapon? We haven't solved the paradox problem yet.
This is not my first experience with alternate timelines. It would be possible to develop a form of temporal shielding to protect this vessel from alterations in the timeline.
I need to speak with a research officer.
Welcome to our facility. I'm working with one of the teams here to develop the time ship and choose a target. What we do is different from time travel. Anorax's designs are actually for a weapon that can remove elements from the time stream completely, and then time reshapes itself to account for that absence.
Time reshapes itself? Then does mean reality itself will change.
In some ways, yes. Once the weapon is fired, it can create an entirely new reality. And anyone or anything that isn't temporally shielded will be a part of that reality. That's why we have to proceed slowly. If we're not careful, we could change everything we know and not even know what's happened.
That could be as dangerous to use to us as it is to the Iconians.
But think of the possibilities. We could reverse the effects of wars, stop threats like the Iconians, even turn back time and eliminate the Borg. This is a weapon, but it's one that can make a better galaxy.
Perhaps, but many terrible things have come from the best of intentions.
Captain Cogran's briefing is about to begin. Follow me to the conference room.
Right. Walk this way.
Greetings. I have heard much about your victories against the Iconians. It is an honor to work with a hero of the Empire. We are almost ready to begin. First, however, Starfleet's temporal agent would like a word. He has concerns about our plans for the Krenim weapon.
Aye, sir.
Greetings. My name is Philip Cray. I'm the liaison from Temporal Investigations for this project.
You also sound like Admiral Quinn. Pleased to meet you. Why does this project need a liaison? First, who are you?
Well, where do I start? I'm 157 years old. That's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion in the Typhon Expanse, serving as an ensign under Captain Morgan Bateson on the USS Bozeman. Much of the crew of the Bozeman found it difficult to integrate back into Starfleet. So much had changed. The Temporal Intelligence Agency took in many of my shipmates, due to our first-hand knowledge of events that occurred in the past. So, that's where I ended up.
Alright, so why did we need a liaison?
The Federation has some serious concerns about possible violations of the Temporal Prime Directive. Normally, Starfleet personnel are strictly prohibited from directly interfering with historical events, and should make every effort to maintain the timeline. I understand that Klingon temporal intelligence has similar regulations in place.
And yet this weapon is being created for exactly that purpose.
Indeed. That should tell you how serious this war has become. If the Iconians win, there probably won't be anyone left to preserve the timeline. In this instance, my role is to ensure that we succeed in our task with the minimal possible disruption to the timeline, as well as to address any repercussions of those disruptions.
So the directive is only a directive when it's convenient.
I don't disagree. As a Starfleet officer, I am sworn to uphold the Temporal Prime Directive. Not only that, but I have seen firsthand the dangers that come from ignoring it. But as the Vulcans say, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. The Iconians cannot use time travel, and that makes it a weapon we can use against them. We must consider carefully whether it is too dangerous of a weapon to use at all.
Temporal mechanics are a problem I don't need. Begin the briefing.
The war is not going as well as we might wish. Our fleet are protecting key worlds, but dozens of other targets have fallen to Herald attacks. Civilian casualties are rising. We need to act. This facility is building a device to turn the tide in our favor. Captain Nog, what is the status of the weapon?
We've had some setbacks, Captain. We're still weeks from a working prototype. No amount of temporal manipulation will change that.
And have you chosen a target for the temporal incursion?
We are still running simulations. We've configured the holodecks to help us evaluate the possible changes that occur after removing an element from the time stream. Some of these scenarios show promise, but none are exactly what you want.
Very well. We cannot afford to wait another day. We are losing this war. We need to strike now. A direct engagement is our only option. We will put all our resources into a full attack on the Iconians. Every ship we can muster will be a part of one massive strike against the Herald Sphere. Captain Paris is already moving into position with the Vanguard. Ships here will report to the Herald Sphere as soon as possible. There will be more warriors in Sto-vo-kor tonight. But first, we will make the Iconians bleed.
Sounds like a plan. Ready to depart as soon as you are. Let's get out of here. Time for space battles. Orders coming in from Captain Cogran. Now, sir, the battle has commenced and Captain Paris is preparing to engage the enemy. The Ponce is to rendezvous with the task force waiting in the Kenya system and Kiana system and then report with them to the Herald Sphere to reinforce ships already there.
You are the last ship to arrive. We are ready to set course for the Sphere.
Warp to the Sphere.
Alpha Wing, you are cleared for departure.
They went backwards. Sir, the fleet is in complete disarray. We're picking up multiple distress cards as well as incoming transmission from Captain Paris. You want me to put them on screen? Yes.
Am I glad to see you? It's just not working. The Iconians are gating in their ships, and they have far more reserves than we anticipated. I've called for a hold on the flagship assault until we regroup. There's no point in a suicide run. First, we need to help our ships in trouble. Can I count on you to help?
White Werewolf, the Iconian War, some of the best fighting. Yes, sir, indeed. Or ma'am. And hopefully you're having yourself a fine Thursday. We'll do what we can for those ships.
This is Carla Vex from the USS Keller. We are losing the warp container and are in need of immediate assistance.
Target shield has failed.
Yeah, engines and weapons are down. Requesting
Need to balance out my shields. Oh crap. There we go. I've been installed the news except they broke the Xbox One servers. Oh. I thought about giving the Xbox One version a try just to see the gameplay differences. I'm screwed. Oh, no. I'm still in it. Problem is, I just can't wrap my head around some of the, how do you condense all of this into what's on a gamepad? Like menus within menus. I believe the old terminology that we used to use back when Stowe first launched was, they forgot to feed the tribbles. The tribbles fell off the wheel. Instead of like hamsters. Wait, where are they? Oh no, need to do this one first. There we go. 3, 4, 3. '24th century phasers, 23rd century sound effects.
We're falling back.
I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
Well, definitely was a good day for him.
All right, people, we've got one shot at this.
The view is less cluttered. I mean, yeah.
We'll take care of the reinforcements.
Well, for me, it's not cluttered. it's not too cluttered for me on the PC side. It's like, for me, everything is down at the bottom. Heck, you can tell with how, based on the Twitch display, that my camera positioning, my bitboss bar, and everything is roughly about the same size as everything else. So it's like, then again, I think I actually reduced the screen space. Let me double check something. Yeah, interface scale, I reduced it to like 85%, so. The trick is actually remembering what I have on every command bar for all the different characters I have when I choose to use a different... That's trying to remember that's a bit of a headache at times. Because my main tune, which is a science captain that has a whole bunch of different abilities, equipment, and stuff like that. Self-preservation is key, so a lot of self-healing, group healing, obsidian canes, and other things. Like hypo sprays, I don't use them. Cost me in the long run when I play as a tactical captain, but well. We've traveled to the inside of the sphere, but from what we know, the Heralds use this sphere to control and protect the Iconian Gateway network. We've had the strike force assaulting spheres like this one since the beginning of the war, but we never managed to do more than knock the gateways offline temporarily. Fleet priority is finding our strike. First priority is finding our strike teams. The enemy flagship is straight ahead. Priority hail coming in from Captain Paris. On screen.
The flagship's shields are down, and it's losing power. Looks like they're trying to interface with the sphere to give themselves a boost. This might be our one chance to board it and take control. I have 3 troop transports standing by.
Understood. We'll clear the path. Alrighty. I don't know about people, but on contrary, you can set ground and space skills to activate automatically without hitting buttons. Pick up automatic fire. You know, I'm actually curious. I have to lean in a bit to actually...
Signaling the carriers to move into position now.
I know for the bridge officers, for ground combat, they fire off their things automatically. But in terms of my own abilities and all this, I like it. Yeah, that's... I don't think we have that whole. We don't have that set up. If we do, it ain't activated the way auto fire is. Because I don't really use this. Mech ad time, and we'll do that when we're in a position where we're not being shot at. Thank you, Mech, for reminding me to engage, earn a couple of pennies that will someday accumulate. Plus, we don't want you all to miss this particular battle.
My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!
My glasses! I can't be seen without my glasses!
Thank you, Mac. Mr. Grant, I've had no issues with the ground combat. I know a lot of folks have, but I've always enjoyed it. And I'm in a bad spot here. Thank goodness. Nimbus Pirates to the rescue. Okay. You know, I actually forgot. I do sometimes forget that I do have that ability on this captain. That I actually made sure to grind for it. Need to put some distance between me and everything else here. All right. How many more do they need? Alrighty, there we go. Well, technically we blew up, but we survived in the long run. Okay, I missed a couple of things here. Has the ground combat had more added to it since 2015? It's still the same ground combat system, Mr. Grant. It has always had. I think the biggest adjustment they made, I think, was that year where they actually made some adjustments to the health hit points that the enemies take, because some enemies had like more hit points than were absolutely necessary and slowed things down to a freaking crawl. Because that was the biggest issue, if I remember right, during those first 5 years, was the ground combat could get a little tedious at times. White Wolf, White Werewolf says, no, I mean things like torpedo high yield or torpedo threats can be set to activate automatically. Yeah. Yeah. On the console, yeah, we don't have automatic those things here. The only thing we have that's really to my knowledge, we don't have that. We just have the auto fire. Mech also redeemed ad time a few minutes ago. We're going to hit that. I just need to go to my Twitch dashboard. Here we go. So, and ad may be running for some, but if you see one, all right, so if you see an ad, let me know what it is, because I am curious. It's like what some of the things end up being seen at, because I think alcoholic beverages to toilet paper. Yes, you have auto fire too, except torpedoes. Oh, we have auto fire on everything, all ship weapons. Bridge officer abilities we don't have auto fire on. It's what it is there. And even though this is a secondary character for me, we still do the things. We do the things.
Boarding parties are on the flagship and reporting heavy resistance. I'll stay here and keep any reinforcements off your back. You need to transport to the flagship and help our teams there.
Alright, we take my standard team. As you... Sir, interference from the sphere is blocking some comm signals. Attempting to compensate now. Do what you can.
Great! We got through. What's your status? We can't reach any of the other away teams.
We are safely aboard. Away teams are engaging their heralds.
Acknowledged. Sensors are picking up power fluctuations near your coordinates. The impact with the Quartar must have disrupted their systems. Start disabling anything you can reach. If we do enough damage, maybe that will help us take their ship.
Horizon, Elite Squad, and Panda Express. I don't... Well, if it's advertising food, okay, I can get behind that. This sounds like an old-fashioned pirate raid. And considering my backstory, my own canon backstory for my captain here, which is a Cardassian. If you notice, is flying a Bajorian ship and serving in the Klingon Empire. So anybody who has seen Deep Space Nine, yes, irony at the moment here. But yeah. No sets or anything. Basically using whatever loot and stuff we find. Alright, need to speak to Lieutenant Tulak.
Away teams are attacking power junctions, but they are encountering heavy resistance.
I'm telling you, the guy who voices Admiral Quinn gets a lot of voice work in. Wonder if he gets paid by the character.
Away teams reporting in, sir. Heavy resistance and heavy casualties. Detecting life signs and weapon discharges dead ahead.
That reminds me. Nice having enough allies here to just mow down at the heralds. Wait, what? There's something else here to shoot at?
I am detecting Federation and Herald weapons fire beyond this door. There is also a power junction.
There we go. So this probably answers Mr. Grant's question regarding the combat. Well, you know what they say, it's a good day for. Yeah, the Iconians certainly giving themselves a god complex. This is back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't stand in the red stuff.
Matara is retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
Indeed.
Whoa, what are you doing over there? The fluctuations are increasing exponentially.
We've disabled some power junctions, but Matara escaped using a gateway. We must be doing some damage to get her attention.
Interesting, but it makes sense. The Iconians are energy beings. If Matara can't use the ship's systems, she'll use herself as a battery for the gateways. But that's probably dangerous for her. She's bleeding herself dry with every gateway. Keep at it. If you can drain enough of her energy, she might make herself vulnerable.
Herald, reinforcements!
There.
We need to disable the other junction, sir.
Yes.
There is another power junction ahead.
Yes, 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 yes. Wait. Always have to double check because sometimes these doors always make me confused. And by the way, if you like Star Trek Online, I stream it every Thursday. Basically, do the whole campaign run on this character. If we get new episodes and stuff like that, I will switch. A week will be dedicated to my main tune for focus on those.
The demon is weakening. Keep disabling the power junctions.
It's working. She's using her own energy to power the gateways.
We would disable the junctions, but there's a force field around it at the moment.
More reinforcements, sir.
Yeah, but they're not ours.
The area is secure, and the other interface is just over there.
All right.
I am detecting a third
So Fari,
junction ahead.
so goody. All right. This one has 4, I believe.
Another junction just ahead, sir. If we can keep forcing the creature to use her own power, we can weaken her enough to defeat her.
Wait, did they remove 2?
I am detecting strong energy signatures ahead. I believe it to be some kind of command center.
I am handsome like Jack.
Scans confirm her energy readings are decreasing. This could work.
Back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, great, a Harbinger.
Prepare yourself!
A Harbinger? This isn't Mass Effect, although Star Trek Online basically took a lot of things from the Mass Effect franchise trilogy. Well, shit. Okay. Alright, so that didn't work out the way I was hoping.
We must disable the other interface before we continue.
Onward. As I think we might switch to the crossbow. Granted, it's the Kabali weapon, but and we have no awaiting. She's keep using those powers. So surrender. We try to reason with them. We eat God for breakfast.
Reinforcements on their way.
All right, another one. I think we're pretty sure it's your weakness. Release the hound!
More reinforcements. Watch your back.
Roundhouse kick for the win. Wait, so Again, she is still using those abilities. She is doing herself no favors. What the heck? Homeboy just got all up in personal on my face. Well, she wasn't an immortal then. I think it's time to go.
I see clearly now, Ticket. I will stand with you, and these creatures will pay for what they've done. Kill them. Kill them all.
Fall back! Transporter, beam us up!
It's like if an immortal dies, does that mean that they're immortal to begin with?
You made it back. Count yourself among the fortunate few. What's the situation on the flagship?
Well, Matara is dead.
I hate to say it, but that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day. Okay, we need to fall back. While there's still a chance, the Heralds will be coming back in force.
Acknowledge. There are so many ships.
These warriors died well, and they will not be forgotten.
Gateways are opening at the edge of the system. Alliance Command is ordering all available ships to fall back and not engage Herald ships. It's time to go. Agree, lay a course out of the system. But first, we need to scan for escape pods. Sir, I'm detecting escape pods on long-range sensors. There's a Star Dancer. I had a friend on that ship. So, Valera, who's a... Okay, yeah, I guess, you know... we lost so many ships. What could be worth the price? Freedom! Okay. Should we? Oh, they are up here. We recover all we can, but there are a few survivors. All of those ships, all of those people. Steady, this is not the time to mourn. Of course, lay in for the Kiana system. We can depart on your order. Engage. Alrighty, and we'll do a task force operation to close things out for the evening. As Friday night, we'll be playing the story mode of WWE 2K18. As Red and Trey, his journey continues, or as I named them, The Saint and Mr. Macho. Because I don't come up with creative wrestler names in games like that. We have returned to the Kiana system. Several of the senior officers are waiting for you in the conference set room. You know what? We're gonna... Captain Kargan, Captain Nog, Captain Paris. It was the biggest fleet we've ever put together, and it wasn't enough.
I want to personally commend you. Whatever success we had in this mission was thanks to you.
Yes.
The Iconians have lost their leader. Their unity is broken. That might give us an opening to end this war. The cost, though, all those people, I can't help but feel that I failed them.
You can't blame yourself, Captain. Let me blame you. They knew the risk and they were willing to take them. But this was your plan, so yes, it's your fault. You failed them.
I don't think we have a choice now. We have to complete the Krenim device. Captain Cogran wants it online immediately, but this isn't something we can rush. Cutting corners with temporal mechanics? That's how you end up with unsolvable time paradoxes. Look, I'll do whatever I can, but I'm scared of this technology. Building it will be the greatest challenge of my career, but actually altering time? I'm not sure anyone should have that much power.
I understand your concern, but it's our best option, so do it.
Despite the extraordinary efforts of you and many others, our operation was a failure. We're still totaling up the casualties, but the cost was too great. The Heralds still stand. They have lost one Iconian, but if anything, that will only prolong the conflict. Defeating Matara was a combination of the sacrifice of Guroth and many others, your quick thinking and martial prowess, and the Iconians' arrogance. Matara did not believe an Iconian could die. The others will not make the same mistake.
We had to take the risk. We couldn't wait for the Krenim weapon.
Many of our warriors have entered Sto-vo-kor this day. We will miss having them at our side in the next battle. But we will continue to fight and survive another day.
And we will defeat the Iconians. Ready to return to the ship? Yep. Funny that this place does not have a proper transporter room.
Our losses were great today, and we will mourn for every hero who died defending their galaxy. I am a warrior. I believe in honorable combat, direct tactics, and looking my enemy in the eye. Although you did manage to destroy Matara and break the unity of the Iconians, I now see that we cannot use traditional combat to defeat them. Captain Nog and his team will continue their work on the weapon. It may be our only option.
Unbroken. Alright, and that gives us a little bit more assistance and firepower. But we're gonna do a random task force operation. Alright. It's a Argilius sector.
Isolated.
Haven't done one of these in a while. We may not survive this. Nope. Dun, dun.
Target's shield has failed.
You will be assimilated.
Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Warning, ship is under attack.
Dude.
Target's shield has failed.
There we go. It's a giant space ho-ho. Beecher?
Resistance detected. New matrix 0047. 9 of 10. Engaging now.
Target's shield has failed.
We are the Borg. From this time forward, we are the Borg.
Rude.
You will be Borg. You will become one with the Borg.
Hull integrity below 25%.
Heck with it. Ramming speed!
Right shield's failing.
Can't believe we survived it. We defeated the command ship and driven off the Borg. We should report to the High Council immediately. Yes. Actually, we hit ramming speed and actually bounced off it, so I was like, okay, that was a thing. Alrighty.
The research teams in the Kiana system require your assistance.
Captain
They have
Gargrin,
been running thousands
we're
of
dealing with
temporal
that next Thursday night. As next Thursday's Star Trek Online stream will deal with Butterfly Midnight. Both of these are kind of lengthy missions. And Temporal Ambassador. Those are the three set up for next week. So it basically sets up, opens up yesterday's war. And then 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, things kind of carry over nicely. So as we cut over to the lounge, I want to thank everybody who's popped in, hanged out, and so forth. Greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you all have yourselves a good night. We're going to go drop in on my buddy, the F and Dante Savage. He's playing Resident Evil 5 co-op with his pops, a Pop Mode Cherokee. So, till next time, for tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, hope all you have a good night, a pleasant tomorrow. I might do a morning fitness boxing stream. We shall see. I've already done 4 days this week. But if not, we will see you at 9:30, if not sometime in the morning. So till then, have a good one, folks. Bye.